When I talk to Christians about Islam, I explain to them that we believe, as Muslims, we believe that Jesus, alayhi salam, peace and blessings be upon him, Jesus was a prophet of God. And I try to show them how frequently Jesus differentiated himself from God, clarifying that he wasn't God. So to me, these are like very clear, obvious evidences. However, as you can guess, they often tell me, no, you have to understand the hypostatic union, that Jesus had two natures when he was on earth. He was both fully man and fully God. And when I say fully God, I mean fully one with the Father, despite the fact that he never declares which one is talking. Like he doesn't say, now I'm speaking on behalf of, my divine nature or my human nature. He doesn't do that. But Christians are very confident that there are these two natures. So for this video, what I was thinking of doing is, I'm not really interested in the why. I'm not really interested in why one nature would speak and why the other would remain silent in certain instances. Instead, I just want to give a voice to both natures. I want to give a voice to both natures and see if Christians agree that the following statements are theologically correct, even if they are biblically inaccurate. So I'm not claiming to change the Bible. I'm not trying to, change the words on the text, but I am going to just change them for the sake of asking the question, is this theologically sound? If Jesus had said this, does this fit into your theology, your Christian ideals? So point number one is about his difference in terms of will. Matthew 26:39 says, "My Father, if it is possible, may this cup be taken from me, yet not as I will, but as you will." Okay, so my question is it theologically sound? Would you agree that it would make perfect sense if Jesus were to say, "My Father, if it is possible, may this cup be taken from me, yet not as I will, but as I will"? Would that be a theologically sound statement? Obviously, you'd have to fill in the blanks there and say that, well, the first I is referring to his human nature, and the second I is referring to his divine nature that is one with the Father. And based on that theology, such a statement, "yet not as I will, but as I will," would be perfectly sound. Yes or no? Please do let me know. Point number two, referring to his knowledge. I'm sure we're all familiar with Matthew 24:36, which says, "But concerning that day and hour, no one knows, not even the angels of heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father." So my question is, according to your theology, could it also be theologically sound if he had said, "But concerning that day and hour, no one knows, not even the angels of heaven, nor the Son, but only the Son"? And again, we'd have to clarify that the first time he says the Son is referring to his human nature, and the second time he's referring to his divine nature that is one with the Father, both of which are perfectly intact when he was making that statement. Wouldn't that statement be true? Point number three, regarding his ability. This is referring to John 5:30. It says, "By myself I can do nothing. I judge only as I hear, and my judgment is just, for I seek not to please myself, but him who sent me." Now, is it theologically sound if we change that up a bit and say, we can imagine he would say, "By myself I can do nothing, but I can do everything. I judge only as I hear, and my judgment is just, for I seek not to please myself, but to please myself"? Would that be sound theologically? Of course, the myself, the first one, would refer to his human nature, and the second myself would refer to his divine nature that is one with the Father. Both, you believe, I think, are fully intact, fully there, and have the ability to make such statements. Wouldn't that be theologically sound? Point number four is difference in terms of speech. You have John 12:49, which says, "For I did not speak on my own, but the Father who sent me commanded me to say all that I have spoken." Would it be theologically sound and correct to say, if Jesus said, "For I did not speak on my own, rather I spoke on my own, saying all that I commanded myself to say"? Again, the first I refers to his human nature, and the other times he refers to himself, he's referring to his divine nature that's one with the Father. Would that be theologically correct? And the fifth point, I know this is getting a little redundant, but the final point, inshallah, is regarding his greatness. John 14:28 says, "The Father is greater than I. The Father is greater than I." Wouldn't it theologically be sound, due to the hypostatic union, for him to say, "I am greater than myself," or "Jesus is greater than Jesus"? Wouldn't that also be sound? Wouldn't that also be theologically correct, given the idea that, well, this time the order is reversed. This time, the first I, or the first Jesus, would refer to his divine nature that is one with the Father, and then the second time, the second reference would be to his human nature. Would this be correct according to your theology? Please do let me know. Thank you very much. Take care, everybody. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.